Before the court in matter of State versus Sarah Errickson, it looks like we have a plea. May I have appearances of counsel, starting with the State.
Sorry, Judge Ed Shim appearing on behalf of the State.
And Kate Weigel on behalf of Ms. Errickson.
All right, thank you. And Ms. Errickson, if you can please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
And you can put your hand down. Your full name, ma'am?
Sarah Christina Errickson,
And Ms. Errickson, how old are you?
37.
Do you read and write English okay?
Yes.
And you're a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Are you using drugs, medication, or alcohol that would affect your judgment in any way today?
No.
And are you currently on probation or parole?
No.
Satisfied with advice from your attorney?
Yes.
And did your attorney go through that plea form I see you have in front of you?
Yes.
You understood all the questions?
Yeah.
And she went through the indictment as well, correct? Did you answer all the questions truthfully?
Yes.
And you initialed each page and you signed the last page as well as a supplemental plea form under the No Early Release Act, correct?
Yes.
It's my understanding on indictment 2503-140, you're pleading guilty to count 1 as amended to aggravated manslaughter in the first degree, amended to aggravated manslaughter as a second degree offense, maximum jail term, sentenced as second degree.
Yes.
Maximum jail term 20 years, $200,000 fine, $100 VCCO assessment. Your recommended sentence is 8 years in New Jersey State Prison at 85%. You're to provide truthful testimony if necessary. And this is subject to Rule 3:9-3D, which means that if you challenge this plea somewhere down the road and you're successful in setting aside the plea for whatever reason, that this plea offer and sentencing recommendation are off the table. You understand all that?
Yes, sir.
And you also understand that under the No Early Release Act, you have an 85% period of time of that, it was 8 years, correct? Of that 8 years before you're eligible of parole,
Yeah.
eligible for parole. You also understand once you're done your incarceration, you're subject to a 5-year period of parole supervision, and that if you violate the conditions of your parole supervision, your parole may be revoked and you may be subject to return to prison to serve any or all of the portion of your remaining period of parole supervision, even if you've completed serving the term of imprisonment previously imposed. Do you understand that? And you're pleading guilty, ma'am, because you are in fact guilty of aggravated manslaughter, is that right?
Yes.
Nobody's forcing you to plead guilty?
No.
You understand that you would have had a right to jury trial, right to call witnesses, right to confront witnesses, right to testify or remain silent. You understand by pleading guilty, you're giving up those rights.
Yeah.
You also understand by pleading guilty, you're waiving any defenses you have. They would include, but aren't limited to, this wasn't you, you were provoked to do this. You understand you're giving up any and all defenses.
Yes.
And you also understand, ma'am, that if you're trying to take back your plea, it's a difficult thing for you to do, because I believe you when you tell me you're pleading guilty because you are guilty. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Any questions of me?
No.
Factual basis, please.
Ms. Errickson, on or about February 17th, 2023, were you in Upper Township?
Yes.
And at that time, you were in a residence with multiple individuals, specifically Joseph Reagan, Timothy Barris, and Emily Cruddas?
Yes.
And on that date, were you in possession of fentanyl?
Yes.
And on that date, did you inject Ms. Cruddas with a certain amount of that controlled dangerous substance?
Yes.
And that injection was in Ms. Cruddas' hand, it was kind of in between her thumb and finger?
Yes.
Okay. Was your intention in doing so to cause Ms. Cruddas to suffer medical harm?
Yes.
And ultimately, Ms. Cruddas did pass away. The cause of death has been determined to be the toxic effects of fentanyl and acetylfentanyl. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay. Now, it was not your intention to kill Ms. Cruddas, correct?
No.
But you would agree and admit that by injecting Ms. Cruddas with the CDS, you acted recklessly under circumstances that would manifest extreme indifference to human life. That is,
Yes.
there was a probable chance that she would pass away from this.
Yes.
Judge defense submits.
Any follow-up?
Judge's state is satisfied. She did acknowledge that there was a probability that the fentanyl would kill her, and in fact did kill her. So I think it meets the statutory minimum requirement for a factual basis. I would like to ask some follow-up questions with regard to Mr. Barris. We can do it now, or we can wait until Your Honor finishes.
Yeah, let me just find the factual basis, and then you're
Thank you.
welcome to ask. The court satisfied defendants entered her plea freely, voluntarily, knowingly, and intelligently, with full understanding of her rights and responsibilities. There's a factual basis for the plea. Court accepts the plea and finds the defendant guilty. And Mr. Shin, you're welcome to ask the questions.
Thank you. Ms. Errickson, Ms. Cruddas was your half-sister?
Yes.
What was your motivation in trying to hurt her physically by injecting her with fentanyl?
Jimmy threatened to kill my kids if I didn't do it.
And was that based on that incident that was reported a couple months ago?
Yes.
Now, Tim Barris was also inside the house when this occurred.
Yes.
What was your relationship to Mr. Barris?
He was my boyfriend.
Is he still your boyfriend now?
No.
Was Mr. Barris aware of what was going on?
Yes, he took us to get the drugs and held her hand.
Okay. And was Mr. Barris, what was his motivation?
He thought that she was going to put us in jail from the incident that happened in November.
And so because of that incident where a reported kidnapping had occurred, he believed that his freedom would be in jeopardy if he didn't take care of Ms. Cruddas.
Yes.
Similarly, for you, the same, and you were angry at her based on that incident.
Well, you mean, I didn't want to kill her.
But by injecting, we're past that. She's
Okay,
dead,
right.
correct?
Yeah.
The motivation there was because of what had occurred in November.
Right.
Now, you said that Mr. Barris went and got the drugs. Did he have the drugs? Did you go get them?
We went and got them.
And when you went to get them, was the intention to buy them to specifically inject into Ms. Cruddas?
No, because I was going to get high too.
Okay. With regard to Mr. Barris, when the drugs were obtained, did he know that there was an intention to harm Ms. Cruddas?
Yes, it was his idea.
And then you are testifying under oath here today that Mr. Barris was a principal participant, knew what was going on, held her hand while you injected, ultimately causing the death of your sister.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Remember, sentencing date is going to be April the 13th. And that's it for today. Good luck to you.
Thank you.